The silence of the forest was broken by the hum of an alien drone. It hovered low over the ground, scanning for signs of human life. The trees stood tall and unyielding, a canopy of green shielding the ground below from the harsh sunlight. The drone moved methodically, its sensors sweeping every inch of the terrain. It was not the first of its kind to venture here, nor would it be the last. The aliens had come to Earth with a singular purpose: to conquer. They had studied the planet from afar for years, observing its inhabitants, cataloguing their behaviors. They deemed humans to be primitive, weak, a species that relied too heavily on their technology. They believed humanity would crumble under their superior might. They believed wrong. A shadow moved in the underbrush, silent, swift. A pair of eyes tracked the drone as it passed. The figure remained motionless, hidden, a predator waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The drone stopped suddenly. Its sensors picked up a faint heat signature. It turned sharply towards the source. There was nothing but trees, leaves, shadows. The forest was still, too still. The drone advanced cautiously, its metallic body glinting in the dappled light. It emitted a series of low-frequency pings, searching, probing. It failed to notice the figure that crept behind it. A human, camouflaged, skilled, holding a primitive weapon, a spear crafted from wood and sharpened stone. The human moved with practiced ease, barely a sound escaping their movements. They were a ghost in the forest. With a sudden burst of speed, the human lunged forward. The spear struck the drone with precision, piercing its core. Sparks flew as the machine let out a high-pitched whine. It faltered, shuddered, crashed to the ground in a heap of twisted metal. The human did not celebrate their victory. They knew this was only the beginning. Far above, in the orbiting mothership, the aliens monitored their drones. One screen flickered red. An alert. Another drone lost. The commander clicked their mandibles in frustration. They could not understand how such a primitive species could pose a threat. They sent more drones, more scouts, more machines to root out the humans. They underestimated the resilience of their prey. Humans were not prey. They were hunters, survivors, adaptable, ingenious. The aliens soon learned that their advanced technology was no match for the cunning of humanity. The forests became a battleground, a place where machines were rendered useless, a place where humans thrived. The humans fought, not with brute strength but with strategy. They set traps, ambushed patrols, turned the very environment against their enemies. The aliens found themselves in a war they did not understand. They were no longer the predators. They were the hunted. Deep in the heart of the forest, a group of humans gathered. They were ragged, dirty, determined. They shared no words. Their communication was through gestures, glances, a nod here, a hand signal there. They knew the enemy watched, listened, adapted. They could not afford mistakes. They moved as one, a unit, a pack. Their leader, a woman with piercing eyes, and a scar running down her cheek, led them through the dense foliage. She was a symbol of their defiance, their will to survive. She carried a bow slung across her back and a quiver of arrows at her hip. Weapons fashioned from the land. Effective, deadly. As night fell, the group reached their destination, a clearing where the remains of a downed alien ship lay scattered. They approached cautiously, their movements deliberate. The wreckage was still smoking, the air heavy with the scent of burnt metal and ozone. This was their prize, their opportunity. They salvaged what they could, stripped the alien technology for parts, studied its design. They were not engineers, not scientists, but they were resourceful. They learned, adapted, innovated. The aliens had given them the tools to fight back, and fight back they did. The aliens responded with increased aggression. They sent ground troops, armed to the teeth, clad in armor that shimmered like liquid silver. They marched through the forest in tight formation, weapons at the ready. They expected an easy victory. They found none. The humans struck from the shadows, hit-and-run tactics. They lured the aliens into traps, pits lined with sharpened stakes, nets that sprung from the ground ensnaring their prey. The aliens' advanced weaponry was useless in the close quarters of the forest. Their armor was strong but not impenetrable. A well-placed arrow, a strike from a sharpened blade, these were enough to bring them down. The war raged on. The aliens grew desperate. Their forces dwindled, their morale shattered. They had never faced an enemy like this, an enemy that refused to submit, an enemy that turned their own strength against them. The humans were relentless, tireless. They fought not for conquest but for survival, and that made them unstoppable. In the end, the aliens retreated. Their mothership, a shining beacon in the night sky, lifted off and vanished into the void. They left behind their dead, their broken machines, their shattered pride. They left behind a planet they could not conquer. The humans watched as the ship disappeared. They did not cheer, did not celebrate. They knew this was not the end. They knew the aliens would return. But they were ready. They had proven their strength, their resilience. They had shown the universe that humanity was not to be underestimated. They were hunters, survivors, warriors, and they would never be prey again. Years passed, the forest healed, the scars of battle faded into the earth. Humanity rebuilt. They took the knowledge they had gained from their fight and turned it into strength. Villages became towns, towns became cities. The alien technology they had salvaged was integrated into their lives. It became a part of their legacy, a reminder of their victory. The leader with the scarred cheek became a legend. Her name was whispered with reverence. Stories of her courage were passed down through generations. She had united the humans, shown them the power of solidarity. She had been the spark that ignited their resistance. One day, as the sun set over the horizon, a strange light appeared in the sky. It was not the harsh glare of the alien mothership. It was softer, pulsing, a signal. The humans gathered, their eyes turned to the heavens. They were no longer afraid. They had faced the worst and emerged stronger. The signal repeated, a message from the stars. It was not a threat. It was a call, an invitation. Humanity stood at the brink of a new era. They had proven themselves to the universe. Now they were ready to explore it. As one, together, they stepped into the future. Hunters, survivors, explorers,